welcome to Auto TV. If you have not yet met the Honda Insight, today you're in luck, or we have one for review. What exactly is this vehicle? It's the Honda Insight, fully imported from Japan. Quite value for money considering it's right now below 100,000 ringgit. You've probably seen quite a lot on the road as Honda Malaysia has sold over 1,800 units as of today. There were a bit of a waiting list a few months back because of the Japanese tsunami, but they're back on track, and if you get one of these, well, you don't only need to wait between 2 to 3 months. That's what we just heard. So that's very good news for potential buyers. But for the rest of you who don't know much about this car, let us educate you a little bit. Well, 100,000 ringgit or some change, what you get is a fully imported model from Japan with auto headlights, a 4-point reverse sensor, pretty impressive head unit and audio system which allows auxiliary in as well as a USB. Well, it even has folding side view mirrors electronically. But best of all, what this has is integrated motor assist, and that is, well, the key feature of the Honda Insight and the Honda Civic Hybrid before it. What the integrated motor assist or IMA does is basically couple an electric motor with your petrol engine. There's a 1.3 litre in here, and what happens now is that while the 1.3 litre engine still does most of the work, the electric motor supplements it whenever the engine is burdened. Engines do a little bit more work, not when you're cruising on the highway, but when you're from a stop position and you want to start moving, or you're accelerating, or you're going up a hill or slope. So here we have the electric motor giving you an extra kick, so the engine does less work and hence it saves you a whole lot of fuel. We have had this for about 3 days now, and we have gone around KL, we have driven up to Sung Thai in Perak, we have driven back down, and so far we have clocked about 21 or so kilometers per litre, which is quite impressive. We own a Proton Savvy, which most people know to be a car which is also very frugal. That alone gives us only about 15 to 16 kilometers per litre. So this car much bigger, much more spacious, definitely heavier, and well, better mileage. So let's head on in, where I'm going to show you the dashboard, which has been made to not only look cool but save you even more fuel than what it does automatically on its own. So let's head on in. We just had a little bit of rain and it's a bit of drizzle still, so let's get on in before the camera gets wet. See you soon. Hello and welcome back. We are in the inside right now, and I'm just going to give you a quick look at the dash. Here's a very nice looking head unit and the little knob which controls your air conditioning. But what's most interesting is, of course, this. The engine is not on right now, but I'm just going to show you roughly how your dials look like. What you have over here is a little gauge which tells you when the battery is charging or if the motor is assisting the engine. What you have here is a little indicator to tell you that the economic mode is on, or the econ mode basically is on. And when I say battery, I don't really mean your car battery, but the integrated motor assist has its own battery, a rather big one. What you have here is your revs, like any other car, and of course how much fuel you have left. You might notice that, well, you can't really see how fast you're going with this thing, so let me just move it up a little. Well, there you go, this is your speed. Right now it's showing blue. It has 3 colors, dark blue like this. It has cyan as well as green. Green would mean that you're driving as economically as possible. Cyan is of course the middle ground, and blue is you're not economical at all. Right now it's blue because the engine is not on. And one more little thing is this. This is a little econ switch. If I were to turn this on or off, it actually makes this little plant to go on or off. Econ off it says. So what this does is basically your car is economically inclined all the time, but with Econ on it is more so. Basically that's what it means. And you might notice that at the gear knob, despite this being the Honda Insight and it's supposed to be very fuel economical, we have a sport mode, and the sport mode basically makes you drive at slightly higher revs, a little bit more sporty, but not to say all that much different actually. But well, back to this. Just gonna scroll you through some of the little features. Here is your Eco Guide. The Eco Guide is basically like a little computer game. The more economically you are when you drive, you would gain little plants, and if you reach the next stage, the plants will actually have a flower on top. So right now we are at the second stage because we have 2 sets of leaves. You start off with 1 leaf, you get another leaf, and you get a little flower on top. Means you are driving well. Congratulations, you're an eco driver. What else do we have is how much battery power we have left. If the car is on, you would actually see little arrows pointing from the car to the battery, means that it's charging. Or if the battery has an arrow pointing back to the car, means the motor assist is on. This fuel thing it also has an arrow normally. When the arrow is pointing at the car, means you're using fuel. When there's no arrow like this right now, which happens sometimes when you drive, means you're not using any fuel at all. The little other things that we have is, of course, your average speed, how long you have driven. We are not driving right now. How much range you have left. You might notice we have 3.6 left, and we have half a fuel tank. When we started this review, we had about 600 over kilometers before we were empty, so it's quite impressive. 600 over kilometers per tank. This is 18.3 kilometers per liter. Remember I said we had 21 earlier, which we did, but because we were driving a little bit fast previously on the way back from Sungai, so it dropped a little. Don't forget that the motor assist kicks in when you're accelerating and not when you're already at cruising speed, so well, it dropped a little. It's not so important. We're back to the Eco Guide. So okay, we're going to go for a spin with the camera attached, so you can actually see how all this works and how all the lights work, so you basically know how to drive to save more fuel. Or if you don't really give a damn, you could just drive as dark blue all the time and basically use more fuel. So it's really up to you really. So we are going to give it a go. Well, let's start her up. Okay folks, here we go. It's dark blue now, as you can see. When I start moving economically, it's going to turn green. There we go, little green. The rev meter is going up. Well, not much to see yet, but I'll demonstrate how the battery charges. There we go, we are going up a slope. As you can see, you may not be able to notice this, but the motor assist bar is going up. Yes, you can see it actually. It's because we went up a slope and the motor needed some help. Now we're at the stop, and if you notice this little blinking green light, it says auto stop. It's when you have driven to a complete standstill, the engine completely shuts off. This happens when you step on the brake. And just like any other auto car, you're stepping on the brake, you're at a complete stop, the engine is off. Your aircon still works though, so you're still kept cool with help from the battery. And the moment I lift my foot off the brake, you will see that the revs, which are 0 right now, will jump straight up to more or less 1. It just takes a split second, you won't notice it at all. So don't worry that, oh, I'm going to get stuck because my engine is not on. This kind of stuff doesn't happen with the Insight. It's quite cool. And if I were to move up slightly, you will still see that it still shows that I'm in green. Okay, the red light's gone off. There I stepped off the brake, my rev jumps up to 1, and well, we are going. So no worries there at all. We are still moving slightly frugally, green. If I were to start accelerating, we have cyan. Oh, I'm not that okay, a little bump. Okay, accelerating to cyan means I'm moderately economical. If I were to go really fast, really jam down the pedal, you will see that it turns dark blue, or really angry dark blue. Oh, there goes the Mother Nature. Oh, bye bye. I'm sorry. But okay, we are back in green. So basically this is how the inside works and how it tells you whether you're being frugal or not. So quite fun actually, more so with the eco guide. And you have this little battery meter. Let me show it to you. Right now you can see little arrows. We are using fuel and we are using battery power. No, actually we are charging right now. It charges when you brake, but it also charges when you go down a slope. I don't know how it knows such things, but it does. So it brakes, brake, you start charging. You can see the little bar went down a little. When you accelerate, the bar goes back up into the motor assist mode. Let's do one more try. Let me show you how it goes into charging mode. I'm going to do a hard brake. There we go. Yeah, oh, the bar. I don't think you saw that, but that's okay, you get what I mean. So basically this is how it works. There you have it guys, Honda Insight now at full auto stop because I've stopped the car beside the road. Well, we hope you like this review. I'm going to start it back up again, get out of the way. Well, we hope you like this review. And well, if you're looking for a good car costing 100,000 or less, want to save some fuel, save Mother Nature, well, get the Honda Insight. There's nothing better. Thank you for watching Auto TV.